because some of the four falters have been very quick as well. So 59th to go in the first competition of the 2010 Alltech World Equestrian Jumping Competitions. Abdullah Al-Sharbatli, Saldani Di Campalto.
And this, if you've been joining us throughout the summer on, well, right from the European Championships on FEI TV, you will know that this was the mare that was ridden by Natal Shordani, the pipe-smoking Italian with the dark glasses and the characteristic long curly hair. And I've always thought it's going to be very interesting to see somebody else on this, especially a lad with relative inexperience. She's a mare with a huge amount of scope.
I was just going to say, Steve, one thing we do know, she can jump. We've seen her jump clear round after clear round in the Nations Cups.
And this lad, he can ride a bit. He's not so bad, you know, but I mean, the other man knew her so well. She's very difficult. He would be the first to say that. She can pull any sort of stunt, but when she gets there, my goodness, she can leave the ground. And she tries to jump the fences, making a good job of this. And the lad's going in there, he's not taking any prisoners, is he? He's going in there and meaning it. They really are becoming a force to be reckoned with. These lads from Saudi and a lot of other of the Middle Eastern states, as we said this morning. He's just got these last three fences to jump. This big ditch. Huge ox of that. 5 forward strides to this double. Very short in there, and she jumps it for him. What a great result. It's, you know, as I say so many times, even if you've got the financial clout to buy a horse like that, and believe me, she costs serious bucks, you've still got to be able to ride them. And he's just given that a great ride. And fair play, you know, you can see that she's a little bit tricky to ride. Carries her head very high. But it's so easy to her. She doesn't have to struggle anywhere. He drives her in there, and she really backs off that vertical fence there, because that is so light, that plank coming out.
The 27-year-old
linchpin of the USA team. We've got some very good riders coming up very shortly, just after the arena maintenance break. 4 or 5 horses away. Dennis Lynch comes for Ireland, and then Michael Whittaker, then Rolf Goran Bengtsson, then Marcus Enning. He was about 15 away. 3:35 or so here in Lexington.
And we're watching the third rider for Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Abdullah Al-Sharbatli, with Saldana Di Campalto, currently the team in 9th position.
Interesting, Phil, the way that this man's riding this mare. I think he's making a real good job of it.
Former ride of the towels, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just about to say that he wouldn't be an easy man, Natal Shordani, especially with this mare, because she wouldn't be easy. Got all the jump in the world. But a bit tricky, but she goes for him. You know, he's a very good rider. But I've seen her do some weird things with Natal. And he would tell you himself that she's difficult, but she's got a load of jump. It'd be lovely to see him jump a clear round here. Now she's got her back, and does it for him. Jump to burn she's got. Good man. Good man. Absolutely brilliant. And he is just to bits with that, and well, he should be, because he's just given that mare some ride. You know, as I said, she wouldn't be easy, but on the other hand, she's got, look at the jump she's got. It's so easy to her. And sometimes when you get a horse that's got as much jump as that, they don't have to try very hard. They can kick fences out, but she's careful as well. She might be a bit contrary, but she's a contributor. And the cheers around the arena. 12 minutes past 9 here. As we see this young man who's making such a good job of riding this mare that recently came from Spain only a couple of months ago from Natal Shordani.
Abdullah Al-Sharbatli with Saldana doing Campalto, one of only 11 clears in the top 10 teams yesterday.
She's got a huge jump and she's very careful. She's very tricky. Trainer Stanley Van Passion says she's just a difficult woman, but he said all the jump in the world and very careful. They've only been together a couple of months, but already he's won a couple of classes in Gijón and one in Madrid. She's got jump to burn, a little bit unorthodox, carries her head very high, can just cock her jaw a little bit and run sideways, but when she gets there, poof, up off the ground, and you can build them as wide as you like and she can jump them. And what a good job he's making, isn't he? Now, it looks to me as if he's going to travel on the 4. It wouldn't be much room for 5 with her. Steady. Good mare. What she did with the back end to get that out of the way. This is a clear. Well, these Saudi lads, they are a revelation, aren't they? You know, they're just standing there absolutely delighted. They are going on fire.
Double clear, the 4th double clear we've had this evening. Abdullah Al-Sharbatli, Saldana Campalto.
He never missed a beat all the way around, spot on. And that's a big treble combination, and she makes it look like 3 flights of hurdles. Great man. And then Billy Toomey from Ireland.
This combination is teamed up with 3
2 riders from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in the final 10 in the World Championships. That is pretty good. Very good indeed. This young man struck up a tremendous partnership with this mare. Oh, I think she's in there. No. Water jump judge had a look. To be perfectly honest, I'm a little bit surprised that she goes. She's a difficult mare. Anybody would tell you. Stanley Van Passion, the trainer, he says she's a difficult woman. But this fella, he just lets her run, leaves her alone, lets her get on with it, and she's got a mighty jump. And she's so careful. She can jump this. Play with it. 1 fence. Come on. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. And that mare made it look so easy, and what a ride he gave her. Good man.
.074 Abdullah Al-Sharbatli. That gives Rodrigo Pessoa just 1 fence in hand. There's still several horses to come before we get there, but that's a very good round indeed from the first of the 2 competitors from Saudi Arabia. Just the second clear we've had from the first 22 competitors. Abdullah Al-Shabatli and Saldana di Campauto.
What a moment for this young man. I'd love to see him jump a clear and get in that final four. It would be very good for the sport. And this mare, well, they go together a treat, don't they?
I'm not saying anything.
No, let's just watch him. If he jumps clear, only one of the others have got to have the fence down, and he's in.
67 seconds, the time allowed.
Oh, now then. What? Now then. Good man.
Absolutely fantastic. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, represented by Abdullah Al-Shabatli and Saldana di Campauto.
Brilliant performance. Him and this mare made it look so easy.
Double clear in the Nations Cup. Double clear this evening.
Never looked like having a fence, did he? And the lad didn't flap, you know, takes a little check there, super stride. And the mare loves him.
I was going to say, what a relationship.
It is, you know, was it? Stanley Van Passion there, delighted, as a trainer would be. And imagine his heart was in his mouth. Now, away you go.
The first gladiator enters the arena. Abdullah Al-Shabatli, with his newly formed partnership with Saldana di Campauto. What a moment for this young man.
A three-time World Cup finalist in the irons here, a finalist in the Vegas 2005 events.
We'll just go round with Abdullah.
This year in Geneva as well.
Straightforward fence to kick off with, moderate sized oxer, 145. Seven shortish strides, 9 or 10 strides round the corner here, plenty of room for a pull there. He sent them a long way here, all the way round. Can't quite see his thinking there. Time allowed 60 seconds. That might be the problem there. A big looping turn. And now the first of these related distances. This is about 23 yards down here. But it'll be a rolling 4 and a long stride. It's too short for 5, really. Although it steps nearer 5 than it does to 4. But at this height, it'll be 4. 6 forward here. 2 normal strides. Ooh, kick. Interesting.
The tension here is quite extraordinary. 8 faults on the board for our first competitor, and clearly Abdullah Al-Shabatli not happy about that. I'm just trying to...
but you know, that's a distance problem, Phil.
Yeah.
That distance in there stopped her dead in her tracks. She almost thought about picking him off one, I would have thought. When he gets in there, the fence is in her face. And then that oxer then stopped her going forward, and she was never going to jump the other fence. She's got so much stride and so much jump that he just didn't quite hold her enough and cut out that distance, because it just is a normal 6 down there, but she made it so short. That's unlucky for him, you know.
That's his 5th round of jumping, and the first time that we've seen a whole fence on the
that treble combination. Just a little rein back and said, come here, I'm not going to have that happen again. Must be just a little bit worrying for a man like Eric Lamaze, with this wonderful horse that is known to be sharp and buzzy, to see somebody else get up on him and have to go in there.
Good. Blimey. It's good.
Steady, steady, steady. He wants a bit of brakes before this big vertical, I mean, towards home. Good shot.
Yeah. And that tension in this place is fantastic.
Ooh, steady. Good man. Sit up and hold him.
Good lad. Well, he's pulled up.
Yeah, he noticeably went flat out through the finish, didn't he?
I have to say they've gone more crazy in here in this arena than any other performance we've seen. Clear round for Abdullah Al-Sharbatli for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia with the great Hickstead.
Look how he gallops him there. Yeah. Riders wouldn't win it too often with other people riding their horses, but it's a lovely change. Not everybody's favourite way of deciding a world championship title, but on the other hand, why not? If you can ride everybody else's horses better than the next man, perhaps you deserve to be world champion.
Very good for show jumping, isn't it? Very popular. Abdullah Al-Sharbatli, Vigo Dassoui, Mount of Philippe Lejeune.
It's not just Philippe Lejeune's ability that's got this horse through here, because this is a very serious horse. This suits him, doesn't it? Rides it in a similar way to the way he rides his mare. Ooh, steady. Good. Oh, well done.
I think we've got a few of Abdullah's relations near us and family tonight, Steve. Well,
yeah.
yes, he's signalled up to them next to us here.
Giving an 8-fault total at this point for Abdullah Al-Sharbatli. 2 clears and 1 round with 8. For Nicolas Swamp, now it's a fault.
He's going to come out of this with a lot of credit, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Because he's put it behind him, he's jumped 2 clears. He was on the floor with that 8 faults on his own horse. He picked himself up and given these 2 horses a good ride. Especially this one. He wasn't comfortable on Hickstead, but he's comfortable on this big fella. He'd be a big old armchair to ride though, wouldn't he? Because he does try to jump fences. And he's very sober.
Eric Lamas finishing on a score of 9. Abdullah Al-Sharbatli coming into this round with an 8 false score.
So the equestrian,
Of course, a clear
certain
round
bunch of people that are committed to
would guarantee him now of no
making
less
horses available to these good young riders. It's Danny Van Passion there. And Roger, chef to keep.
Abdullah Al-Sharbatli, his final ride in the Rolex Top 4, riding Rodrigo Pessoa's HH Rebozo.
Good, we got the extra one. Oh, good lad.
Go on. Well, the seed, I think, says it all.
Well, we're not going to compete with that, was are we?
No. I think we've got the family next door. I think it's his mother sitting down.